Welcome to Take Two, the Rock 95 morning crew. It's Craig. That's Kat over there. There's Brian. We're here. Concerts. You're feeling about drinking at concerts.
Oh, you gotta have a beer at a concert.
You gotta have a beer. I didn't last time I went.
Oh, you're fun.
First of all, it's super expensive. And second of all, you don't have any place to put it.
Yeah, that's true.
You gotta hold it till you're done it.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And if you're dancing and jumping, you gotta be like, you do the stabilizing thing with
Yeah,
your
and the
hand.
Scotiabank Arena, there's no cup holders in the seats that I was at. When you get closer towards the stage, they have cup holders.
Yeah, when they get leather.
Yeah, you paid more money.
Recliner.
You pay more money for that. Yeah, no, we didn't bother with booze because we went out for a couple drinks beforehand. Probably just as expensive, to be honest with you. But we did, not a lot of fun. We got vitamin waters. There we go.
Yeah, that's how you know you're getting older.
Stay hydrated.
You know how much they were?
17.
$20 for two.
There you go.
Oh.
Did you tip on non-alcoholic?
No, I didn't.
No, that's fine.
Okay,
I do think that there is a little bit of that, right? Am I tipping you on vitamin water?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah. Have you ever had too much to drink at a concert?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't. See, I'm not. I've never been like that.
Did that ruin your experience?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
I don't remember.
Well, then,
Right, but so this is the thing: is you paid so much money.
that's what I've always thought. I've always come with the realization that I've really forked over a good amount of dough. Even when concerts were cheaper, I just felt like I was making less money. So
You're
I was
paying
making,
for the
I'm paying for the
experience.
experience
I
to
can
see the
drink
show
anywhere.
Yeah, and it's not like I've never had a beer at a concert. Of course I have, but I'm like, I can drink anywhere. I just want to see the show and absorb it and remember it.
Right.
There was a
But
guy.
if you're too drunk, you can just take your phone out and then film the whole thing and watch it later, and you're good.
Well, we were at Tool last week, my wife and I, and there was a guy beside me, and I don't know, I've seen drunk people at a concert before. In fact, I was sitting beside one guy at one point, I think it was Metallica, and he got so drunk that he just sat there with his head down,
Oh, slapped? I've seen that.
throwing up. That's what he was doing.
Next to you?
Yeah, right next to me.
Oh.
Gross.
He was a lot of fun. But this guy was so drunk that I thought he was going to take a tumble off the level we were at.
no.
Okay, because you're up on like second deck or third deck or whatever, and it's steep up there.
It's very steep, right? And they have a like a plexiglass for the stairs in case somebody actually
That's for insurance purposes.
Exactly. If somebody trips and goes bowling over, I mean, at least that's there to protect them.
But you don't have a bar in front of your seat. So
No.
if you stand up in your seat and you're in the upper deck, it's steep.
Yeah, it is. It is. And this plexiglass is not covering the whole body. Like it's, if you
Right.
took a leap, you'd probably
You
go
thought about
over.
it too.
Well, you have to get away from this guy. Yeah, I thought about it. No, but this guy was so drunk. Like he was getting along with the guy in front of us pretty well, who was an older guy, and he kept slapping his back and saying, "This is Tool, man, Tool."
This guy sounds
Rock on, dude!
Yeah.
High five every once in a while.
And I'm thinking, if I'm this guy, I just want to go away, right? And this guy seemed to be kind of into it. He's kind of like playing along. He wasn't being mad. But and then he goes down. I guess they ended up playing a song that he really liked, and he goes down to his aisle and ends up elbowing this guy's daughter right in the head.
Accident, yeah.
Accident. And I could see in the daughter's face, the daughter's like, get this guy away from me.
Right.
So, and you could see he felt a little bit bad, even though he was weeping and wobbling all over the place. So eventually the daughter got up and moved seats to get away from
Oh,
this guy.
come on.
Yeah. But this guy was so, like, he didn't get the hint.
Right.
And didn't go back to his seat.
He's having a time of his life.
He's having the time, and his buddy's not pulling him back. His buddy's babysitting him at this point. I'm like, boy, I would never go out with this guy.
No.
And I felt like this guy was going to go over. Like, I just had this gut feeling like he was going to just fall right over. Because he's also leaning over, going, Tool rules! And he's just got half his body launched over the plexiglass. I'm like, and I said to my wife, I go, I'm not going to watch this guy fall to his death. I can't do anything. And nobody's doing anything. The bouncers aren't coming down.
The
and pulling
ushers
him.
That's
just-
crazy to me that he's being belligerent and affecting other. The minute somebody else has to move because of you, you have ruined someone else's experience.
He kind of ruined my experience. Like, I enjoyed the concert.
But you
for
were
what it was.
watching him, too.
I ended up
Yeah.
watching him a lot. There was a slow song that they got into, which was nice, but he was screaming all the way through.
Was he
it.
getting served throughout it?
That's the thing, right?
He did,
he kept
eh?
going and getting beer, right? So, I said to my wife, I said, I can't watch the show. I got to focus on the show because he's going over. And I was convinced that we were going to see something that I didn't want to see, that he was going to take
Impromptu
a tumble over.
mosh pit.
An impromptu mosh pit, which, he wouldn't have felt a thing. I'm pretty sure of that. Like, I feel like it's just not the right place to get
Well,
that.
and Tool fans, you go and it's like an experience.
Absolutely.
They're not just playing their top 20 hits.
Is it more of like a weed smoking crowd?
I smelt a little, but no, I think nowadays, because of the laws, it's an edible thing.
Oh, true.
People are just bringing in edibles, so which fair enough. You can't detect
legal,
that, and
yeah,
it's legal
whatever.
too.
It doesn't matter.
Exactly. But it was a great show, and we had Alex Lifeson show up for the show. I mean, we didn't. I didn't have anything to do with it.
Right, but it was a shock for you.
But it was a shock for me. That was a nice
And
surprise.
that's when did you scream? Oh my God!
Yeah, and he comes over, this drunk guy,
We're back to him.
Activated.
and I don't think he knew Alex Lifeson was from Rush, but he was so excited that I was excited. He goes, "Give me 5, man!" I'm like, I don't want to be buddies with you anymore. Anyway, we'll be back with the topics of the week. Craigslist coming up momentarily.
Craigslist.
Okay. We got some trending topics that happened throughout the course of the week. I think all you can eat meatballs got to top the list. What do you think?
You think?
Yeah,
I
well-
don't care that much about them.
Do you like meatballs in general?
Yeah, I do.
I find them a little overrated.
Do you Ikeas? Right?
They're a little
They're a little overrated. I think
They're
it's
frozen.
It's the
You
Well, I'm
can
just
buy
saying.
a bag of them.
Exactly,
if you really
they're
like
frozen.
them.
You can do it at home.
it's the price of them, right? That's what people
Sure.
get excited about. It's a cheap thing. You go to IKEA and you like. My wife loves IKEA.
know.
Spend all day there,
right.
Because otherwise, it's not worth it.
and yeah.
You get lost in that place.
And that's what I'm thinking. Okay, I'll go with you, but we got to stop for food.
That's
Right.
right.
The restaurant
In
is
the
like
restaurant,
the
yeah.
diamond in the rough of that place.
Yeah.
Draws you in.
So it is an all-you-can-eat meatball buffet. There's other things on it as well, but the centerpiece is the meatballs. And there's 2 locations. So North York and Etobicoke are the spots. And they're pretty much sold out. It's just for the holiday season, too, which is amazing that it's sold out. You need seating. It's like a fine dining restaurant.
You gotta get tickets ahead of time.
Gotta get
So
tickets
you
ahead of
get
time.
there and you got to put your tray on that rack there.
That's it. $24.99. It is pretty steep.
Whoa.
It's a lot of meatballs, though. But challenge accepted. Soup. Chocolates. We got to talk about this. So Campbell's has a new thing coming out that's soup-infused truffles. And I guess they're doing this for the holiday season. Now, I should say, it's not soup. We don't have hot soup coming out of a chocolate.
Right, but what about, is it the flavor?
It's their flavors, right? So they've got, I don't know if this matches chocolate, but they've got green bean casserole,
No, it doesn't.
oh my Lord.
jalapeno cheddar mac and cheese.
No.
It
No,
doesn't.
you're not into
No,
that?
no.
Okay. Baked corn casserole, which I've never had.
That's the most likely to go with chocolate of the 3 you mentioned.
Hot honey mashed sweet potatoes.
Better, but still.
Okay. The everything bagel mashed potatoes.
I've never even heard of that. Everything bagel mashed potatoes.
Seasoning.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not
the-
against
Seasoning
that.
goes
Hold on a
on
sec.
everything.
They're just playing by their own rules at this point. And the apple, fennel, and herb stuffing.
Ew.
So that's all chocolates.
They,
And
they went chicken noodle. No, that's disgusting. We're going to go with all these other ones no one knows.
they sell for over $30 for a packet of 6.
Yeah, I'm not going to get them.
They're not going to sell well. There you go. Stocking stuffer for you. The greatest mascot in the world, it has been revealed, and it is the Pop-Tart mascot for the Pop-Tarts Bowl, which is the first of its kind. It used to be the Cheez-It Bowl, and I think it had several other brands.
Yeah,
thrown
there's
in there.
always
What,
something
the first
dumb.
Tournament named after food?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Brian told us about the Mayo Bowl.
Yeah, the Mayo Bowl. And it was a brand we had never heard of
It's
either.
not Hellman's.
No.
That's the only one I
No,
could
it's
really
like
name.
Dunks or Duke's Mayo or something.
And what did they do at the in the Mayo Bowl? Like,
Well, first of all, they have a mayo eating contest. That's the halftime entertainment. and then, yeah, I believe they pour some mayo.
So instead of the
Over-
Gatorade, they're like,
Yeah.
is it going to be
That's
regular
right.
mayo or light?
That's awful. Yeah. The Pop-Tart mascot is edible. That's why it's such a big deal. So on December 28th, the winning team is going to be taking chomps out of the Pop-Tart
That's
mascot.
what a trophy.
What a trophy.
Can you imagine just being terrified as the mascot guy? You're sitting in the suit, everyone's just eating.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
like a zombie movie? Yeah. I hope he's wearing clothes under that thing. Those things get hot. All right, and we got to talk about Orillia and their tree lighting ceremony because this was huge news last week.
Made
Well, as it should
international
be.
headlines.
It did. Wasn't it Jimmy Fallon that made a little...
Yeah, made
A
a,
bad
dig.
joke.
It's not good news for Orillia, I would say.
No. What did you think of the tree? So the tree was kind of like... People compared it to Charlie Brown, but I think it was a little
It was
different
worse than that.
So
You think it was worse?
apparently the tree's very old, and they've used the same one for decades.
Right.
So that is why they can't put lights on the branches, because it's too weak, so it can't support that. So then they didn't put lights on the branches, they put it just around the trunk.
Okay. Well, the reaction was famous. Here it is.
we have a defective tree.
Right away.
Did they just light the tree? Like the
Stone?
They
said the lights were new this year.
That's why.
Bump, bump, bump.
I love the lady that read about it ahead of time, and that's what they were bragging about. They went, new lights. There's going to be new lights this
But it's
year.
also like if you can't tell it's a tree in the dark, is it a tree?
Yeah. And there was another clip going around where the guy actually, the thing got lit up and he went, oh, what the hell?
Listen to Craig, Kat, and Brian, the Rock 95 Morning Crew. Weekday mornings 5:30 to 10 on Barry's Rock Station, Rock 95.